We started this St. Patrick's Day with some clouds, but now the sun's out.
Yeah, and the clouds are going to come back for a couple of hours as part of our next weather maker that's going to bring us some big changes. Ironically, just in time for official spring, it's going to start to feel cold again, but not right now, that's for sure. As we see in our live sky cam, temperatures have really rebounded from our cool morning lows. Reagan National up to 61 now. Winds are light out of the northeast around 6 miles per hour. No wind chill, of course, at these temperatures, but that's going to be a factor later on with this air mass that's starting to move in. And as we mentioned, we did have some clouds this morning. They formed on the mountains way out ahead of the cold front, and they're starting to move off to the south and to the east of the Beltway area for sure. This is the visible satellite where we're looking at the dark areas. We're looking at the ground. So just some fair weather clouds in a lot of the western and northern suburbs, and temperatures have been off to the races ever since. 61 now inside the Beltway and in Quantico, still just 59 degrees in Gaithersburg, and the front that's on the way is coming down from Pennsylvania. That will bring the clouds back in late this afternoon into this evening, as we see in our Futurecast computer model. Then overnight tonight, the clouds will break up. The front will slide to our south. Winds will shift around to out of the northwest and bring in some cold air. And during the day tomorrow, we'll start off clear, but then the instability in the atmosphere will start to cloud us back over again, especially by afternoon. One of those days where the clouds race across the sky from west to east and the sun kind of goes in and out of the breaks in the overcast. They could even be looking at some precipitation in the form of some flurries and snow squalls out towards the panhandle of Maryland and also in central West Virginia. That won't make it over the mountains here. Then the clouds will break up again tomorrow night. Winds will start to calm down, and that could bring in some even colder temperatures. This afternoon, though, in our Futurecast computer model, we're easily in the 60s. Watch what happens behind the front this evening and overnight tonight. Temperatures will plunge down into the 30s, into the lower 40s. And then despite some sunshine tomorrow, we're going to struggle to get out of the 40s, especially across the northern and western suburbs. Everyone else will barely get above the 50-degree mark, and that is below average for this time of the year. We go down to around the freezing point, especially some of the northern suburbs tomorrow night, and then that's going to set us up for another cold Tuesday. Now, cherry blossoms, of course, we're quite far along right now. We're at the puffy white stage. Peak bloom should happen in the next couple of days, and there is a possibility of some freezing temperatures and some frost at the tidal basin, especially as we head towards Thursday and early Friday mornings, but that would be about it. I'd be more worried about wind gusts this time of the year at the stage that we are, but it doesn't look like we're going to have to deal with any damaging wind gusts anyway. So a beautiful St. Patrick's Day afternoon, obviously 60s, highs only in the low 50s tomorrow and on Tuesday. The equinox occurs at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Tuesday, so we're just getting that in on Tuesday. Back into the 60s towards the end of the week. The next chance for any precipitation may not be until this time next weekend. Kelly?